I played the reworked Tanglewood Phasmophobia map 10 times, and here are my honest thoughts, even though nobody asked. Something really important I want you to keep in mind is that Tanglewood is going to be new players' first experience with Phasmophobia. And that's really important because you're thinking what kind of experience you want to curate for people who are brand new to the game. And I'm just gonna get right into it. I think it is really great. It gives me this like 70s, 80s grandma's house vibes. There is so much to interact with, but I feel like the overall feel of the house really works well together, and I can't wait to see what they do with future maps that they are reworking. Even with the new sounds, it just adds to this ambiance. It's very spooky, very creepy, but still has a warm, comforting vibe from the people who used to live there. I'm also curious if you have noticed anything in terms of lore since they have released this reworked map. For me personally, I started playing Phasmophobia in July of last year, so I haven't been around since it was first released. But I can still empathize and sympathize with people who are upset because I used to be a really big Destiny and Destiny 2 player, and I remember when they would add new things into the game, rework maps, get rid of maps, and I just felt that sense of like, oh, this game isn't the same anymore. But the thing that is important to keep in mind is that previously Tanglewood had all these Unity assets. They didn't own those designs that were put in the game, even down to my favorite teddy bear and the plushy rabbit that they had in the nursery. I love those, but I actually noticed that other games had those too. Now, even with the reworked teddy bear, you are seeing that this is their own design. When you are putting something new like that down, imagine how the artist that worked for months, years on this project would feel. They worked really hard to make this aesthetic of Tanglewood for what it will now be known for. They worked really hard to make all of these little tiny things, from paintbrushes to paints to something even grander like the choo-choo train that is now down in the basement. And while yes, maybe the ambiance of the whole map has changed a little bit, but I will say this house feels so much more lived in. In my experience, the more realistic a game feels, the spookier it gets, so it does add like an additional element of horror. Honestly, huge shout out to the artists that have worked so hard to make all of their own unique designs. And I believe that there is some lore to be discovered to this. Why is the nursery no longer with a crib and a diaper changing table? And now we have a twin bed, we have a dollhouse. We have a nightlight with a bigger stuffed teddy bear and a doll. While you may feel very nostalgic and that is making you miss the old Tanglewood, I would say dive into this new Tanglewood map, see for yourself how you like it. See what kind of lore there is to be discovered. How many people do you think live there? How many pets did they have? There are all little hints to these kinds of things within the map. I don't want to spoil anything more about the map. I want you to check it out for yourself. Let me know in the comments after you have played it what you think. Stay tuned as we discover more lore about this map and future maps, and I will do an updated video